So today I'm meeting in the Manhattan room for my ancient Akrotiri and wine tasting in Santorini, along with a few people. All right. I chose this excursion to learn the history of the caldera. And on this educational excursion, we explored the fascinating excavations of Akrotiri, the most important prehistoric settlement of the Aegean. Akrotiri is one of the 10 top archaeological sites in the world. I learned about this prehistoric city of Santorini, also known as the Pompeii of the Aegean. This unique Minoan settlement was destroyed by the Fira volcanic eruption of approximately 1627 BCE, and the extensive excavation was started in 1967. This almost 35-century-old city still preserves many remains of the fine frescoes and everyday objects and artwork as a result of the volcanic ash that protected them from the elements. At the time of the eruption, the city had reached great development and prosperity, and an elaborate drainage system and sophisticated multi-storied buildings, and among other things, Akrotiri has been suggested to be the inspiration of Plato's story of Atlantis. It's a very interesting archaeology site. They started excavating, and this is what they found so far. It's like 3 stories, a 3 top to bottom. It's very interesting. Highly recommend. Our next stop was an impressive winery where we tasted Santorini's famous wines. We enjoyed the magnificent view and relaxed in its peaceful environment. I learned grape growers of Santorini use a unique bush training system known as caldera to grow grapes. As the vines grow, they are woven into baskets with the grapes facing toward the inside of the ring. The vine's leaves and vine then provide protection for the grapes from harsh winds and sunlight. Our final destination was Fira, the cosmopolitan capital and one of the most famous and picturesque places in Greece. We had time to admire the white houses built on the slopes of the crater and explored the narrow paths before taking the cable car and the tender back to our ship. Alright, this is my evening outfit for Santorini, which is July the 2nd. And I have this soft blouse with some black capris, a little bit of lace at the bottom, my sparkly Skechers sandals, same watch, rings, same ring here and jewelry, a little different necklace, and these earrings my daughter made. So it's nice. Nothing special with my hair. It got kind of windblown at the Santorini today, but anyway, this is what I wore just to go to dinner, and I'm done for the night. I'm going to do some editing, and that's a lot of steps and a lot of heat, so I'm trying to save my legs and don't want them to get all red rash, which is common for me when it gets hot. All right, so here we go. All right. So now I'm recapping. I realized that I didn't do a very good job of recapping. I erased it all. One, I had the window open, and so when I was recapping, you could hear the sound of the ocean. So when I played it back, I went, ugh. So now I'm having to recap. Yesterday, Saturday, July 2nd, we were in Santorini. I did do a little bit of filming, of course, and that, but this is just a little recap of the day. Beautiful, beautiful island. I just was amazed. The sail-in was nice. It was very windy out on the deck, but it was just the way the boat was going in, and wasn't windy. Once we were in port, it was a tender port, so my excursion called for me to go out and meet in the Manhattan room, which is one of the main dining rooms, and got out, and it tendered us to, not to the port where you go up in the escalator or the donkeys, but another main old port is what they're called, just a little ledge almost, but the buses, and then the buses weave their way up all the way up to the top. And my excursion yesterday was the Akrotiri ruins, which amazing history. I had a great gal that was doing the excursion and explaining the island and how it came to be, with the volcano, and just how they discovered this well-preserved ruin. It was because of the volcanic ash had preserved the ruin. So I'm gonna, as I film, I'll explain that. But and then got back, very hot. You know, I have to watch the heat. I get overheated where my face turns red, my legs turn red. So made sure I had plenty of water. I drank a lot. I have a little fan. I was fanning myself. But it does take its toll on me. So when I got back, I showered and I went to dinner, and they gave me a wonderful table by the dinner. I ate dinner at Savor, and it was Savor or Taste. Savor and Taste are two of the same restaurants. They're just one on one side, one on the other side of the ship. But I went to the side that was facing Santorini, so they got to sit me by the window, and I just had a wonderful dinner. Chatted with the waiter, gave him my card. So, oh, we're gonna follow you. I guess the crew members really like to follow YouTube. You know, they don't have much to do in their spare time, so they get to do YouTube, I guess. Although I can't get into YouTube, I guess I have to have streaming. I don't know. I've said that before on this, but anyway, it was a great dinner, and I just I have some cruise ducks, so I hid two yesterday after dinner. I just put a couple out, and then I hid two the day before, and so I have some, and and I met a couple people I've given a card to, so I'm just kind of hoping everybody you know, starts following me. I have a goal of 150, so many as I can on the cruise, and hopefully people watching this will like what I do and want to do it. So that's my recap of yesterday. I came home. Does feel like home. I came back to the room, and I was going to do some editing. I sat down and have opened the computer, and my eyes just got so heavy. I said, oh, I'll just have to do this. I climbed in bed. So I've gotten plenty of sleep, that's for sure. But it's very windy out, choppy seas. You'll know when I do this, but we're supposed to be in Mykonos today. So anyway, that's my recap of yesterday. All right, guys. Oh, I'm almost turning it off. See you on the high seas.